Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the saga campaign with a witty name, Lorefindel Walks to Mordor. I'm Monetson,
And I'm Ecthelion.
and today we are going to break this fellowship like it's 1989.
uh, or 1848, depending on which era of history we're looking at.
Well, you know. So, I am
Having
running a variant of the tried and true Lorefindel gets a million hit points and tanks all the undefended attacks deck.
and my deck is pretty much the same as last week's. A couple modifications to make the deck a little slimmer in contrast to what my friend is doing over here. But it's pretty much the same.
I will confess that I had actually cut down to 58 cards and was uncomfortable seeing so few in my deck.
This is the life of the Lorefindel deck.
So, to recap, those who didn't watch last week's episode really ought to go back and see it, because there were some epic moments there.
That was a phenomenal game.
We earned the burden Overcome by Grief. After characters destroyed, we attach it as a condition, and then future character destructions will make us unable to ready. We also earned the burden... that's not it. That one's not it. Pursued by the enemy, right there. Doomed one, surge. Each enemy engaged with the player and not in the staging area makes an immediate attack. As burdens go, not too onerous. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started on our quest.
All right. Having barely escaped from Moria, the Company of the Ring flees into the forest of Lorien, where they are welcomed by the elves of the Golden Wood and supplied with boats and other gifts by their lord and lady, Celeborn and Galadriel. In fact, let's just sort those out right now. What gifts are we looking at?
Well, there are 4 gifts. The Phial of Galadriel, add it to the victory display to give each enemy engaged with you -4 attack until the end of the round. 3 golden hairs, which are added to the victory display and removed from the campaign pool to lower each player's threat by 3, and then each player draws 3 cards. You want to go through the next 2?
Sure. Yep, we have the Lorien Rope, which we add it to the victory display and remove it from the campaign pool to give each location in the staging area -2 threat until the end of the phase. And then Leaf Drop Lembas, same thing, just a single use, and it readies all heroes in play. And they all have victory 3.
So, just sitting here, I'm thinking Lorfindel's gotta be a little hungry, since his experience tanking Balrog hits in Moria. That's enough to work up an appetite on anybody.
And as far as I go, the 3 golden hairs looks like a really attractive boon in more ways than one, and I think Rossiel is probably going to want some golden highlights if we're going to have any kind of fashionable journey to Mordor.
More seriously, though, Leaf Wrapped Lembas, I anticipate, will be a clutch card in a
Probably the
later
Black
quest.
Gate.
Ideally, yes, the Black Gate, where we can hopefully eke out one more turn of living.
Yeah, and I believe the 3 golden hairs threat reduction can still work as 3 even in a dire quest. Don't quote me on that, though, but that will make it really ideal for Mount Doom, where we're trying to keep our threats as low as possible to prevent obsessively hard fortitude tests. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Excessively, my mistake. I can English today.
All right, I'll add the other 2 boons to our nice little pocket place where unwanted cards go.
The Islands of Misfit cards.
And we have now finished the campaign setup for Breaking of the Fellowship, and I'll give the encounter deck a few more good shuffles just for luck or superstition, as the case may be. So, back to quest stage 1A.
All right. After a brief rest, they set out upon the river Anduin.
So we're going to set aside Frodo's Choice, The Seat of Seeing, and Parth Galen, and we have added the Argonath and Sarn Gabir to the staging area.
Also from the campaign card, we need to shuffle Followed by Night and Ill Fate into the encounter deck.
I believe they are already in there. I will check right now just to make sure. I found
They should
Ill
be
Fate.
for the...
They're in there.
Okay. All right. But I will say this to you. Your quest stands upon the edge of a knife. Stray but a little, and it will fail to the ruin of all. Galadriel, the Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay, obviously, the Island of Misfit Cards was not the right place to put boons that you want out of the way.
I usually just stick them in a pile in the corner over here. It's not the most elegant solution, but it keeps them where they need to be. Although we might have a lot of quest cards in this quest, so that might not be the greatest idea.
I'll just put them in the secondary deck. So hopefully nothing weird happens there. So
You could always hide them under Glorfindel. Pretty soon he'll be so filled with attachments it won't even matter.
Nice. All right. So before we actually do setup, ought we not decide whether or not we want to keep our opening hands?
Okay. Why don't you go first since you're the first player?
Well, I see 3 copies of Elven Light, and that immediately says to me, well, there are better things you can do with your first cards, so we're going to mulligan. And I like that one a whole lot better.
Yep, good to see the Song of Battle right away. I have 3 Galadriel faces in my opening hands to match the 3 golden highlights. But ultimately, there's not enough variety here, and not enough early game cards, so I'm going to take a mulligan as well.
Oh, very nice.
Lots of Ents and draft as well, some card draw, Gandalf's staff.
Excellent.
All good to see.
All right, so with that slight adjustment, let's move on to quest stage 1B.
So the company went on their long way down the wide hurrying waters, borne ever southwards. Bare woods stalked along either bank, and they could not see any glimpse of the lands behind. The Fellowship of the Ring.
Enemies gain +2 defense and cannot be engaged, and we skip the encounter phase. And the players cannot advance while the Argonath is in play. You know, I really miss having leadership available. Because
Why
if
is
we
that?
had that, we could have run Hunting Party and discarded those enemies without any regard to their +2 defense.
Interesting idea. But alas, none of us are good leaders.
Alrighty.
Every time I read the flavor text on a quest card, I can't help thinking of this one Cardboard of the Rings episode from so very long ago, where they played the Druidan Forest, and one of the... I don't remember who it was, but they were being Sauron, and were pretending to play all of the encounter cards that were revealed, and they narrated everything that happened. And then they got to stage 2, and then he started reading the flavor text in a Scottish accent. And it wasn't... I don't know, it always gets me every time. So I always think of reading flavor text in a Scottish accent. Because of Sauron. He had a voice changer or something. It was wonderful. Go look that up.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Link in the description. I almost feel like a real YouTuber now.
One of these days. One of these days. All right. I'm going to... I hit the right button, right? Control N. There we go. And I draw Elven Mail, a second copy. How does Rossiel feel about that?
Rossiel is always open to extra uh,
Excuse me.
attachments. I don't know if you'll want it for Glorfindel first. Um,
Oh, I will, but I now have 2 copies.
oh, that's right. Yeah, and the Sentinel will be nice for the future.
Yes. Alright, so I'm going to get started. First thing we'll do is the Song of Battle onto Glorfindel, with Frodo going to be gone for most of this quest. I really don't intend to try a repeat of our trick from last time.
Yeah.
So, I will ditch Tom Bombadil to put yet another resource onto Glorfindel. And we will go Elven Mail and Master of the Forge, which I will use to grab Light of Valinor, I think. Ooh, it's either that or Asphalloth.
Hmm. That's a tough choice.
You know, I'm going to pull out Asphalloth, I think. I have 3 copies of Light of Valinor and only 2 of Asphalloth, so...
So you'll run into it at some point.
And then I'll just use... should I save Barivor to try to quest through fast? You know, actually drawing the cards to get, such useful things as a Shadow of the Past. Okay, well, that was as useful as it's going to be. All yours.
Okay. Gandalf's going to pick up his staff and summon a tree with it, apparently.
Okay.
And then I'll do Daron's runes. Draw 2 cards. I'll get rid of an extraneous ent as well. And then I'll throw gathered information into the staging area.
Excellent. Oh, you forgot
And
to
that's
pull
all.
your card out with Thurindir.
Oh, I did. I guess I will go grab Scout Ahead. That's what I usually do anyway.
Excellent.
And I might as well just play that now as well. Okay.
All
On to
right.
questing.
Do you need to shuffle your deck at all, or are we good?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
All right. All right, so I think I'm just going to send everybody for 9.
I will also send everybody for 7.
So that's a total of 18 between us against 5? That's not bad.
Yep. I vote we go on the Great River and try to make as much progress there as we can. What do you say?
You know, I'm okay with that. There's no extra encounter cards revealed. So, first card, of course it is. That's fine. And we're all fine here.
Yeah, he doesn't have archery.
Oh, there we go. We're even more than all fine here. And Slopes of Amen. So we've added 6 threat, which means we make 7 progress.
Okay.
Not bad. Travel to Sarngabir.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Nothing else we can do, really.
Yeah, new round.
Yep, so off to the new round we go, I suppose.
Okay.
And I will pass the Frodo stack over.
Thank you very much. I'm going to use the staff to give a resource to Rossiel, and then spend all of her money for the Welling Hall Preserver. And I'll
Very
use the
nice.
ring to give a resource to Gandalf, and spend both of his money for the Wandering Ents. And the pipe is looking really good there on the top of the deck.
If only we
For
had
next turn.
a way to draw a card.
Right. How about you?
Well, I'm going to do Barivore first to draw a Test of Will and a Necklace of Gearion. Ditch my extra Necklace of Gearion to put a resource onto Glorfindel. And use Master of the Forge to grab Light of Valinor this time. Shuffle up the deck. Play Light of Valinor. And then I will also play Asphaleth, I think. That feels like the best idea. And maybe, because I can, and I have the resource, and I'm not likely to need it for anything else, I'll drop down the Rivendell Bow. And I have a resource left for a Test of Will.
Okay. On to questing then.
Okay, I'll send 6.
1, 2. I will send 8.
Okay, that gives us 14.
Do we want to send Rossiel as well?
Okay. Just realized a problem. If we clear Sarn Gabir, I'm going to lose my Master of the Forge. Not the worst thing that could possibly happen. All things considered.
Well, he was a good attendant for Glorfindel. Grabbed all of his stuff before leaving.
Okay.
But I don't think there's room in the boat.
Okay. Let's... You know, we wouldn't have to... Well... No, yeah, we wouldn't have to engage an enemy. Right?
Right. In fact, it's impossible for us to travel there. Since we're not allowed to engage enemies.
Right. So I'm going to... Well, are there any locations with 2 quest points? I don't think so.
I don't believe so. Wooded Shoreline has 4, River Anduin has 5, and the Argonath is immune.
Right.
So let's hit the slopes.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm going to save it just in case something worse comes up.
Okay.
Something that we might want to get gone.
That's true. The wooded shorelines are dangerous with their archery and not very good to travel to.
Exactly. So, 14 against 8. Reveal number 1.
Wonderful.
That's archery 4, if I count right.
If we go to the Argonath, it won't even matter, since we'll skip combat.
Excellent. And so I will just put that there as a reminder. And flip 2.
That is peril for you.
Discard an ally I control. Let's see. At the moment, we are going to clear Sarn Gabir, so I'm going to lose the Master of the Forge anyways. So I'll just ditch him.
He was doomed from the start.
So.
Also, we never selected a quest to move towards. I assume we're still doing the Great River?
Yes. Your reasoning for going to it for last round is still valid for this round, I think. So.
Okay.
So we add 2 threat. We make 4 progress exactly. Clearing Sarn Gabir and dealing a damage to all exhausted characters.
Alright.
Alright, I will Asphaleth the slopes. Shall we travel to the Argonath?
Let's do it.
Okay. We will skip our archery. Ooh, actually that's very good because it means that we don't have to deal with Overcome by Grief.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, we skip the combat phase, which means we skip archery. And move on.
Okay. And when my character's ready, I heal a damage from the Wandering Ents.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. Bear of Ore will tell me to draw 2 more cards. That's fine, I suppose. I really kind of need Elven Light. That would be really nice right now. Alright. Do you need the ring this round?
I don't need it.
Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very helpful. Go ahead and take it.
Okay. I think I'm going to get out Vigilant Guard this round. And I'm going to ditch one of our Shadows of the Past.
Okay.
Between us, we have enough that I don't think we need all of them.
Right, and I'm sure there's a Will of the West floating around as well.
Well, I mean, could be the case. So Glorfindel is now up to 11 hit points.
Well, it's about to be 13.
Oh, very good. Very good indeed. I'm wishing I had something I could use Frodo's... Is it worth putting out a Necklace of Girion right now?
I would say not until we've cleared the enemy rush from stage 2.
Okay. Fair point.
Since I believe I can take actions and play events while you're doing this,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and play Out of the Wild off the top of my deck
Okay.
to reduce the cost of your Keenest Lances if you're interested in that.
All right. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hunter or Captain?
You're thinking enemies? That's
Yep,
actually probably a really
gonna
good
want
idea.
those traits in the victory display so Rossiel can defend. I'm thinking Hunter because its engagement cost is lower and the one revealed is rather nasty.
Oh,
Especially when requesting a majority of people. So, let's send the Hunter away.
Okay, that sounds just fine to me. And the rest of those, some of those treacheries really just don't look very nice. Alright. So my Keenest Lances are 3 now?
Yes.
I mean, that's not bad.
And after the first one, then the next one will be 2.
Okay.
So you essentially have the possibility for a neutral Lorien's Wealth.
I mean, that's not bad. I'm going to, actually, this is what I'm going to do. Gonna spend 3 to put 2 resource. Well, that's not really a good exchange, is it? I mean, other than resource smoothing, but as far as such things go, no, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait for until we can get one more into the victory display.
Okay, sounds good. We can always do Scout Ahead in the future after we clear 1B.
Right.
And that'll get another card in.
Okay, so quest on to 1B.
Yep, let's do it.
I'll send my 9.
Actually, just kidding. I will fund an end draft
Oh,
for Glorfindel.
well, thank you, good sir.
So there you are, dispelling the norms of Gandalf having a long planning phase since 2019.
All right, so we are now. Glorfindel is now up to his max hit points.
Well, that didn't take long.
13 hit points and still has a restricted slot open.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so I'm questing for 9.
I will do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Leaving Gandalf as
um,
a defender.
10, 11.
Do you want to leave Rossiel as a defender for that enemy rush?
Sure. So 7 from here then,
Okay.
with 3
You're
defenders
7,
up.
my 9. That's 16 against 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which is probably fine. We just need to make 7
5.
progress, but I can clear
Or,
Slopes of Amen.
okay.
So, first reveal wooded shoreline.
Not a very nice location, but it is a forest.
True. Second reveal. Do you want me to cancel that?
It'll just be 3, which is not a huge deal, and the ents self-regenerate. So I might save that.
That's true. So 3 plus 2 archery from the wooded shoreline plus 2 from the archer. So that'll be archery 7. Heck, I could put that all on Glorfindel and heal it off next round with Elrond.
That's a great idea, especially since this is the last time that our archery damage will be combined as the same total.
Well, I mean, I have Vigilant Guard, so if you just spread your archery out 1 apiece to each character, I can soak it all. But,
Oh, that's true. Okay,
okay,
I didn't even think
anyways.
about that.
So we've added 3. We are about to make 5 progress.
And Asphaloth?
So I can Asphaloth. Yeah, I'll Asphaloth away the Slopes of Amen, which means we make 8 progress, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait. Black feathered arrows. At this stage, it says. Add 1 to the archery total at this stage. Does that mean if we clear the stage, we no longer have to deal with the archery from black feathered arrows?
I think that's probably too much to hope for. Um, what the rulebook says about that is, quote, effects that target enemies or locations at this stage do not affect encounter cards in another player's staging area.
Okay, well, fair enough then. Fair enough. So, we will send the Argonauts to the victory display and advance the quest. Right?
The river has
Yep.
carried the company as far as it can, and the time has come for Frodo to choose which way to go. He asks for an hour to decide, but after he disappears, orcs are discovered prowling the woods, and the company scatters to find him.
Alright. Oh, darn it, that means we're going to lose old bogey stories.
Oh, bogey stories. And Frodo's money.
And Frodo's money. Oh, does it say to remove all his tokens?
Well, we'll lose the money for now. It probably won't matter that much when we're
Okay, that is
there.
true. I will lock him so he doesn't continue to gain resources.
Okay.
We skip the travel phase this round and reduce each enemy's engagement cost to 0.
All right.
Okay, that's
Not bad.
fine for at least some definition of fine.
Yep, I think we're in a great position.
Okay. So we'll move on. At the end of the refresh phase, we'll do a whole bunch of other stuff.
Okay. So no travel phase, which puts us right in the encounter phase.
Okay. Which means I can either take both, or I can take one and you can take one.
I will gladly take one. Maybe the archer.
Okay. I guess that means I shall take the captain.
Okay.
All right then. And I shall take it undefended, even though attacking back will do exactly nothing.
You could always defend for 1.
Might as well. Yeah, I'll defend for 1. That 1 point of damage might be important. No shadow effect. Take 4.
Don't forget the 7 archery.
Oh yes, 7 archery. That would have been a very good reason to defend rather than.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Rossiel's just gonna eat the orc, or eat the attack head on. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even figurative language.
4 attack against 4 defense.
And then I'll attack back for 4 and deal 2 damage.
Okay. That's fine. At the end of the refresh phase, yes? Okay. So
Yes.
we shall.
And it should be. Or go ahead. Yeah.
Alright. Now you're saying what?
It should be noted that the Uruk-Hai archer's threat will go down to 1.
Yes. If that matters. Okay. So we will shuffle Frodo's Choice and the Seed of Seeing into the encounter discard pile, it says. And then place the encounter discard pile on the bottom. Okay, so shuffle it. Shuffled. Alright, now what's the best way to do this?
Probably just card by card and cover it with your hand.
Well, we'll just say it's not visible to anybody.
Oh,
and then I can
that's a
shuffle
good
it
idea.
again. And then we'll do card by card. Nope, that one did not go to the bottom, so I shall do that now. That one went to the encounter, so we want it to the bottom. Alright, sorry about that. The controls for... That's not what I wanted. I wanted to change the visibility. The controls to put cards on the bottom of a deck are fiddly on the laptop.
It's just fine. What is life without a little jank?
Alright. Starting with the first player, each player creates his own staging area and advances to a different stage 3A of his choice. Our options are Searching the Woods, Guard the Hobbits, The Seat of Amonhen, and Orc Hunting. And it is the case for all of them that if there's less than 4 threat in the staging area after we discard 2B, which will happen in a moment, we reveal another encounter card. Searching the Woods will let us discard unique locations, or non-unique locations, sorry. Guarding the Hobbits will let us get extra actions out of our heroes. The Seat of Amonhen will give us card draw and threat reduction. And Orc Hunting will discard enemies. So, there's no peril keyword in play. We can discuss freely. And I'm inclined to do so.
I think you're the first player, technically.
Yes.
So
I would pick one first, but...
Yes.
Do you have a preference?
For my choice, I'm torn between Guard the Hobbits and the Seat of Amonhen. Card draw is always nice. An action advantage is going to give us extra attack. At this point, I think that if we choose either of the discard ones, we will just run out of that thing, and then it won't be effective.
I think that is not wrong at all. That is not wrong. Um, although it
So,
could be difficult to summon the. Oh, that would have been a reason to take the attack undefended instead of defending with Glorfindel. I could I could have pitched in with the Rivendell bow to kill your archer.
oh,
But we've already made our
well, we'll
choices.
survive.
So, I think I'll pick. Who do we want to end up with Frodo?
You. Lorefindel has to walk to Mordor.
That's right. So, I will pick the Seed of Ammon Hen then, so that
Okay.
we can consistently still get the readying after I take Frodo. Because
And
there comes a point when card draw and threat reduction even are still superfluous.
redundant. Okay. Then I will guard the non-existent hobbits.
All right, and I will send these to the quest stage discard pile. All right.
All right.
So, all right. How do we want to order this up?
It just depends on who we want to take the wooded shoreline and its associated archery.
It doesn't matter because I will get it regardless.
Well, since there are side quests, we can divvy up the side quests.
Oh, they are technically in the
That's-
staging area, aren't they?
Yep, that's why I moved them over to the left.
Well, I will take gather information and control of it.
Okay. I will take scout ahead.
Okay. And that means I'm left with wooded shoreline, which actually... Oh, darn. If you end up with wooded shoreline, then I'll end up with both side quests.
You're the first player, so you would get you can pick gather information, I can pick scout ahead, and then you get wooded shoreline.
Right, I'm just
And we
saying
each have
there's
a
no
side
way to
quest.
give you wooded shoreline that doesn't leave me with both side quests. I was just thinking if you took wooded shoreline, I could play out the Necklace of Girion and have less threat to deal with. But
Gotcha. We will want you questing hard on the actual quest card to try to fish for Frodo's choice.
okay, eventually.
And me more side questing. Right, eventually. We have some Seed of Seeing business to take care of.
Mm-hmm. And some side quests to clear to deal with Legacy Blades. All
Right,
so
hashtag Bastion hacking here.
I'm going to put mine up here. If you want to... I think there's room to divide the staging area in half, but however you think is...
If we use the automation to reveal a card, it moves things around in the staging area. So I'm just going to make my staging area underneath these two quest cards.
Okay.
And then put
Sounds
any
fine.
engaged enemies in the middle here.
All right.
You can use ye olde staging area.
All right. Oh, and the total threat was less than 4, so I had to reveal an encounter card. Of course I did.
Surge.
Hoorah.
Okay. And my total threat is also less than 4, so I reveal an encounter card.
Orcs of the White Hand.
And it whiffs. Actually, no. It heals this orc, but the stat boosts won't mean anything.
Excellent. Or as excellent as anything can be. All right. And let's move on.
Okay. It looks like I'm the first player. I'm
Yep.
going to spend one from Gandalf's pool for a wizard pipe. I'm going to swap a wandering ent on top of the deck and play that immediately. And then I'll leave a resource up on Rossiel for a future none return.
Okay. I I'm going to spend 2 from Arwen's resource pool. And I really kind of think that Glorfindel... I don't know about that. Does Rossi
I don't think
want
he has
an
enough
unexpected
attachments.
courage? What?
I said I don't think Lorefindel has enough attachments.
Well, neither do I, but does Rossi want an unexpected courage?
You know, I think I'll take it.
All right. All yours.
Thank you much.
And as much as I would like to play Elven Male, I think at this point what I need to play is Elrond. Like so.
He'll also be nice to quest during this turn where we're trying to get established.
Yes. And I will Asphaloth onto that wooded shoreline. I'm going to travel to the River Anduin.
Okay.
This round, I think.
Cool. So first is our quest phases. I will individually commit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'll need 6 to kill him. So...
Yes. I can possibly help with... Actually, no. Glorfindel is going to need to kill an Uruk-Hai tracker here.
Okay.
Actually,
I will send...
I'm going to find somehow to summon up 7 attack. I
plus
can...
5.
Okay.
On Scout Ahead.
That's fine. I'll quest for 6. I'm not going to find 7 attack, I think. And there's 3, 4, 5, 6 in the staging area. I think I have to send Elrond. So I'll send 9.
Okay.
So, your card.
My card.
Immediate attack.
Okay.
I think that's fine. Doom
I will
1,
defend...
that's both of us.
Actually, I will use Rossiel.
Okay.
And I believe the doomed one only applies to me. Does it? Not sure.
I took it anyways, so I think we're fine.
Okay.
All right. Oh, you took control of it, so
applies to,
I can't
applies to
reveal the
both.
shadow effect.
And nothing.
Okay, but it does surge.
And that's not going to do anything.
Okay, but it does surge.
Hello, Burdens. Well, we'll stick that on Rossiel.
Okay. And it also surges.
And hallelujah, the surge chain is done.
All right, so you make 3 progress on Scout Ahead.
Okay, that is not progress.
Okay, and I quested for 9 against 6. And my reveal is a second... Oh, good heavens.
We'll see if we can get Shadowfax operational.
Ha 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 ha. Alright, so I've added 1, 2, 3. So I break even exactly.
Okay.
That's fine.
My travel phase, I quested successfully, so I will ready Arwen, I guess.
I might just... Oh, you weren't questing on Scout Ahead?
I was, but Guard the Hobbit's effect applies even when I'm not questing on it.
That's right. Okay.
So, ready Arwen, why
I'm
not?
going to do a test of will on that treachery there. Oh, thank you. Wait, you're going to ready all my heroes?
I have no heroes to ready.
Oh, well, before that, then, before quest resolution, I'm going to draw with Barivore. If I had known that. And I'm going to ditch a veteran sword elf to put a resource onto Glorfindel. There we go. And now I will ready 2 heroes.
I broke things.
Actually, if I had known that, I might have kept Elrond up. Anyways, I made 3 progress there. Do you mind if I choose myself for the draw?
Yep, go right ahead. Could you pull out the quest card? I broke it.
Uh-oh. What did you do with it?
I double clicked it.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you very much. I will be more careful.
All right. Um, I will travel to the River Anduin, and I have Archery 4 at my stage, and I will be taking lots of undefended attacks. Maybe we should have gone on the discarding enemies one. You know?
Perhaps. Well, I do have a sentinel if you need it.
Will you be able to kill your archer if you do?
I won't be able to kill him, but
Okay.
he'll be damaged.
Alright, well, we will... Okay, even with that threat reduction, I am engaging. That is 3 enemies. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If none of them get attack boosts, Glorfindel will survive.
I can defend the captain.
Alright, let me just check. You need him to kill your archer.
I do, but it's probably more important that we survive.
Well, if you insist, then I won't say no. After this attack, move it to the first player's staging area.
Oh, that's me.
Well, okay then. And I will take these 2 undefended without fear. So, grand total of 7. I could have taken that one that captain undefended. Would have been fine.
Well, Rossi will defend this guy. It's the 4th burden. They all happen to me this turn.
And,
Attack for...
Oh, and I
5.
had archery 1, 2, 3, 4. And you had archery 2.
Oh, that's right. I'll stick it on the ends.
Okay, and my 4.
Through 3 on Elrond.
2 on Elrond. I don't want him to die, and then I'd have to take Overcome by Grief.
Oh, right.
Although, I mean, I could. I mean, that would be fine, and then I could just Elrond that condition off next round.
You could also do that.
Yeah, I'll kill off Elrond, and that'll get Overcome by Grief out, and we won't have to deal with it. Oh, no, because... No, because Ill Fate only works on characters you control.
Right.
And between us, we can kill off a tracker. That's no problem.
Sweet.
Then we can ready up.
I will ask very humbly for your threat reduction this next turn.
I will
to
give
try to
it to
stay
you with
under
maybe
the
a little
radar.
bit of wishful longing thinking.
Okay.
I'll use Barivore to draw 2 cards. Ooh, hey, I found Waters of Nimerdell. And I will Asphalloth away that wooded shoreline. And I am actually first player, so hurrah, I guess. Rossiel is not Sentinel yet, is she?
Nope. She needs the armor still.
Okay.
She'll be happy to oblige with 2 sentinel actions once she gets some.
Alright, I'll spend a resource to drop out this Necklace of Girion, guarded by another wooded shoreline. Because I can't leave well enough alone, apparently.
I mean, I can't say you didn't ask for that.
I will ditch a Rivendell bow to give Lorefindel another resource. And I think we're going to... Ooh, actually. No, this time I think we're going to go for the Rivendell Minstrel. look at all of our cards and pull out to the sea to the sea. And I will not play it on Arwen, though.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't give you Elven Mail this turn, but I will give you the threat reduction.
That's good. Okay. As for my planning, I will use Gandalf's Staff to give Gandalf a resource, switch the Booming Ent on top of the deck, spend 2 to play the Booming Ents, and I see a Leave No Trace waiting. I think I'll just spend 1 for a Mithrandir's Vice, drawing 2. And Treebeard, once again, not very hasty, is waiting in the wings.
All right. Questing, I will send 8.
I will send... How much will I send? 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6... 7, 8.
Okay. My 8 against 3 in staging reveals Slopes of Amen-Hen.
9, 10. I'll do 10.
Okay, so I make 2 progress. That's as fine as it can be. I quested successfully, so you lower your threat and draw 2 cards.
Thank you.
And you quest for 10 against 6, revealing a River Anduin.
All right, I will grab it. I make 2 progress and clear Scout Ahead.
Excellent.
And I believe I do still get to look at all 6 cards.
Correct. Because I am still a player in the game, so...
Yep, so you will have to help me do that. Goodbye, Fallen into Evil.
Okay, it will come out as a shadow, shall we say? No, you want to send that to the victory display?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Fine by me.
Which I think brings down Keena's Lances to costing... How much? We have 3 cards in the victory display, so it costs 2.
Yeah.
The do you have any attachments to spare? The
I do. I can ditch
I
the
guess,
Lembas.
or the 3 golden hairs. I will deal the tracker as a shadow card to my archer.
Okay, so that'll be the second card.
Yeah. And then
Lorefindel
I'll deal
can
the
handle
archer.
a +1 attack boost, so let's take the black feathered arrows on him. Well,
Unless we want that, we'll have that revealed as your encounter card, since you only have 1 ally.
oh yeah, that's not
so
bad at all.
Let's deal the archer to the tracker as a shadow card.
Okay, yes, that's a good idea. And then you'll be first player, so you'll get another river. And then I'll reveal
you get
the
the
black
arrows.
feathered arrows.
Perfect. And then the river will be a shadow.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. And then... Do you mind if I ready up my heroes?
Not at all.
All right.
I will travel to my River Anduin.
Okay. Very good. I will take my attack undefended.
Also, I heals this end last turn.
Okay.
I will use Rossiel to defend and discard the 3 golden hairs.
Okay. I'll let you reveal the shadow card because...
That's right.
All Alright, and then I will attack with Glorfindel and Barivore for 5, which is enough to kill the tracker at my stage.
And my Ents will attack the archer, and he is not returning.
Excellent. To the victory display with you. And now Keena's Lances is free, if I do not miss my guess.
That is correct.
Alright. Shall we move on to the next round?
Yep.
Excellent. I drew a second test of will. That's fine.
I'm going to drop Expert Treasure Hunter on Thurindir.
Okay, I will Asphiloth onto Wooded Shoreline. Oh, hey, there was 2 more archery, so I will put 1 of that on Glorfindel and 1 on Barivore, actually.
I think they have to go to me, so Glorfindel can take 1 with Vigilant Guard. The other one...
No, I have Wooded Shoreline in the staging area.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you also have 2 archery, but Glorfindel is tapped out on
2
hit points.
Okay, well, I will divide them among the Ents to bolster my Booming Ent.
Excellent.
Who is now at 6 attack.
Which means you can now probably start to kill some of those captains.
Absolutely. And if Rossiel gets armor, I'll probably feel a little bit better about defending.
Right.
Does she want money, or do you want money from Gandalf's staff?
I would not say no. I just need a moment to figure out what I'm doing here.
Okay.
Drawing 2 with Barivore. Gildor, nice. Keena's Lances, all 3 copies now in my hand.
And they're all free.
Yep. Oh, you're first player, though. I can't play anything.
Yep.
Okay,
so are you going to want the staff?
If you give me the staff, I will give Rossiel the mail.
Perfect. And then I will use the Wizard Pipe to swap a Wellinghall Preserver onto the deck and spend 1, 2, 3.
Very nice. And you still have 1 more for Leave No Trace if you want to.
Yep. That's absolutely right. On to you.
All right. Okay, so I am going to spend a resource from Arwen for To the Sea. And we are now going to move her over slightly like that. We are going to spend the first Keena's Lances to draw 3 cards. Burning Brand, Athelas, Protector of Lorien. All nice cards, none of them what I wanted. I'm really thinking threat reduction isn't important right now.
You from 1 turn ago would have disagreed, but whatever you say.
Me from 1 turn ago would have disagreed?
Yes. When they all had to come down and engage you.
Okay, well, fine. But I survived. I'm fine, see?
You survived. I mean, one of them came over to my staging area, but you survived.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make good on my promise.
All right.
The next thing is probably just going to give Glorfindel a couple more resources. And the last thing will be to draw 3 more cards. And I will play a Legacy Blade onto Glorfindel.
I believe that's 1 attack at the moment.
Yep. I'm now attacking for 4. That's good. And there are a number of things I could do here. Okay, to clear this river, I need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to quest for 10. Right now I'm questing for 8. I need 2 more.
I will be readying your heroes,
Right.
so keep that in mind. I would maybe do Gildor or Lore Elrond.
You know, I'm thinking Elrond is probably the right approach here. So, well, no, I've got a couple options. The first thing to do is let's bring out an Imladris caregiver. Not a caregiver. Let's bring out the Master of the... I may actually be close to running out of attachments.
You could give Rossiel a Burning Brand.
Yeah. Right now I want to get...
Questing power.
Yeah. I mean, I'll end up with Archery 5 to take, but I can do that on Lorefindel. That's not a problem. So let's ditch...
It's not a problem, you say, as he stands there with 12 damage. Not a problem at all.
Okay. I'm thinking that more than one caregiver is probably superfluous. I have multiple copies of Gildor in the deck, and I will be drawing lots of cards. And that's 2 cards to discard. And my last one will be to spend 1 resource to bring Lore Elrond to play, fully healing off Glorfindel. And there we are, ready to completely deal with every... Oh, yeah, fully healing Glorfindel. That is how we're going to do this.
All right. I'm going to send 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to the quest.
Okay, 14 will be sufficient to clear the River Anduin for you. So, and I will send 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Glorfindel is actually not exhausting to quest. So, your card, another River Anduin.
Okay.
My card, Black Feathered Arrows, that's 3 Archery. So you make all the progress.
How much is all the progress?
6.
Okay, so we have to discard 1 card from the top of the deck.
Sounds good.
And I draw a card, and you ready all your heroes. And River Anduin gets sent to the victory display.
Oh. Well, I guess that one's not coming out as a shadow card then. And then I make
And then
exactly... Let's see, I quested for 11. There is 6, so I'm making 5 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we gather information.
Okay. Before that happens, is there a window right before quest resolves? I'm going to... Actually, I don't think there's a window there, so we'll gather information.
There's a window between quest resolution and placing progress.
I drew a card from questing successfully, and I don't think I can play Keena's Lances off the top of my deck before we have to gather information from you clearing the quest.
Okay,
Actually,
yep.
No, there is between questing successfully and placing progress, right?
I believe that may be the case.
Let's pull up the reference sheets. We're getting intense here.
All right.
Action windows. Okay. There is... It looks like it's all red. No actions. Responses are allowed. So I will have to gather information.
Okay.
Unless I just choose not to gather information. But no,
Sure.
I will. I'll go grab a doors closed.
Oh, wait. Do we do the response? I have a response after questing successfully. You could draw 2 cards and lower your threat if you wanted.
Oh, that's true. Let's do that. I'll draw 2 cards, lower my threat, and then gather information for the door is closed. That's just right on my deck.
All right. And I will look at all of my cards. And, I could pick a lot of things. I'm half tempted just to grab Elven Light. But,
It's been a long time that you haven't seen that for.
but I'm going to pull up Double Back. There's 26 cards left in my deck. Ooh, either Double Back or Captain of Gondor. Nope, Double Back. Double Back is what we're going with.
And Glorfindel's up to 5 attack.
Okay.
I will play Keena's Lances to get 2 resources on Rossiel.
Excellent. I will travel to the slopes of Amonhen to engage one of your Uruk-Hai captains.
And I will travel to this river Anduin.
So I have Archery 5 here, which I will go 2 on Elrond and 3 on Glorfindel.
Okay, I will engage this captain
Okay.
and deal him a shadow.
And I will deal the Captain of Shadow. I will take the Captain undefended.
Ross the boss will defend.
Of course, he goes back to your staging area.
All right.
And I had enough attack power to kill him too.
Is there a captain in the victory display? I don't believe there is.
That's not the victory display. Where's the victory display? There is not. There is a hunter and an archer.
Okay, well, my booming ent and Gandalf will kill him, and he is not returning.
Okay, then. There we are. At the end of the round, Elrond is discarded. And I do not get... I should have traveled to the wooded shoreline. Oh well.
Well, that's okay. You'll be able to Asphaloth it out next turn anyway.
Yep. I will do that right now. To collect the Necklace of Girion. And Glorfindel is now getting an extra resource token every round. I will play Double Back. I'm the first player again, that's right. I will play out an Athelas onto the Caregiver, and I will draw 2 cards with Barivor. And I will ditch a Protector of Lorien to Arwen to give Glorfindel a resource. Oh no. Sorry, to the sea, to spend a resource from Glorfindel to put out a Master of the Forge? I don't even know if I have... No, yeah, I have a few attachments left. And then I will Master of the Forge to grab...
I don't even know what's happening right now, but it feels like economics.
Better than quantum mechanics, I'll say. I'll grab the Raiment of War.
I don't know. Quantum mechanics is like, it describes things that behave similarly across everywhere. Not humans making decisions with money.
I guess you have a point.
Okay. I'm going to Wizard Pipe to swap Mithrandir's advice on there, which essentially draws me a card. Then spend Gandalf's resource to play that and draw 3 more cards. I'll drop an Expert Treasure Hunter on Rossiel. And still not what I'm looking for.
What are you looking for?
Keena's Lances and or more doors closed. I'll use the staff to draw this Ent Draft. And I will play the Ent Draft onto Rossiel, putting her up to 7. Not quite giving Glorfindel a run for his money, but we're getting there.
Now you just wish you had a Sylvan Tracker, eh?
There we go.
Alright, questing. I'll commit
I will
9, 10.
buy Mithrander's advice again during the quest phase.
Okay.
And quest. I don't want to overquest here, because we don't want to lose Seed of Seeing.
Right.
We're down to the bottom 7 cards in the deck. Okay. So I'm going to intentionally not clear the River Anduin, or at least just quest up to it, which means I want to send 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Do we have a river? Oh yeah, we have a River Anduin in the what's it called?
Yep.
So I'm going to quest.
Sarngabir is in there.
I'm going to quest as hard as I can onto double back.
Okay.
So that is.
I'm questing
10.
as hard as I can.
I'm questing for 10.
Okay. And 8 over here.
All right. My first reveal, or my reveal. That's fine.
Okay.
Archery 3.
My reveal.
Wooded Shoreline.
Do we have one of those in Victory?
Are you saying that you
no.
want to door is closed it?
I want to, but I can't.
Yep, no, we do not have one of those.
There
yet.
is none. Okay.
All right. So I will take Archery 3 onto Glorfindel, and that's fine.
First, we have to deal with quest resolution.
Oh, well, yes, okay, fine. I make 10 progress. We each reduce our threat by 5. And I will choose myself to draw cards and reduce threat this time.
Okay, I will choose myself to ready my heroes this time.
All right.
Glorfindel is up to 6 attack.
He is, and he is ranged. Also, I'm going to ditch Asphaleth to Arwen to give him a resource this time.
Okay. I made 2 progress on the River Anduin.
Okay.
8 against 6. I will... I can't travel. I will not engage him because we don't want to see anything get discarded as a shadow. So I will just eat the 2 So I will just eat the 2 archery on the Preserver.
I can pull one of them onto Glorfindel if you want.
Yep, you can take one. I do want the other on the Preserver to boost the Booming Ent up.
Okay.
1 more attack.
And then I will discard Athelis with my Caregiver and finally get rid of Overcome by Grief and all that damage.
Okay. On to the next turn.
Yep. Okay, there's Gildor. I will draw 2 cards with Barivor.
It'd be my planning. I will use Wizard Pipe to swap Quick Beam onto the deck. And then spend 2 for him, standing him with the damage, and putting me up to 8. Draw a card with Gandalf's Staff. And that's everything for me.
Okay. And I will grab a Captain of Gondor, spend a resource from Glorfindel's resource pool for a Captain of Gondor, exhaust to the sea to ditch Veteran Sword Elf and a Rivendell Minstrel. Do you think we're going to need Waters of Nimrodel?
Probably not. My Ents will actually hate you for it.
So I'll ditch Waters of Nimrodel also. And Burning Brand. That's 4. I will spend 1 to get Gildor and Glorion out. and then
Your
another
hand
one
is so tiny now.
to put a Cloak of Lorien on him. What was that?
I said your hand is so tiny now.
I know, right? It's because I can't find Elven Light.
Yeah, are all three of those copies in the bottom 16 after you mulligans them out of your starting hand?
Yes, that is
I think
exactly.
they're avoiding you. I think they're giving you the silent treatment.
I think so. They must be. All right. Questing, all yours.
All right, we have both of our objective cards in the bottom 5. So I'm once again trying to not clear River Anduin.
Oh,
I'll start out by playing Daron's Runes. Draw 2, drop an extra Treebeard. And so there's currently 6 threats, so I will quest 9.
so
1, 2,
we're going to
3.
reveal 2 of those, right? Which means, hypothetically, if Seed of Seeing is at the bottom, we could still bring it back with Shadow of the Past. Oh no. If it's at the bottom, okay, so what I want to do is make sure that however much I quest, I don't discard all of them.
Yeah, I would fail the quest if I were you.
Right, because Frodo goes to the first player, not to the one who reveals Frodo's... No, Frodo goes to the one who reveals Frodo's choice, right?
Frodo goes to the one who reveals Frodo's choice.
So I want to reveal Frodo's choice.
Yes, there is a chance that I will reveal Frodo's choice in this one card.
Okay, so I want to quest for everything, right? So that I can...
But we don't want to lose Seed of Seeing. What
okay.
I could do, I will actually buy Shadow of the Past right now, so we know that I won't reveal Frodo's choice.
Oh, okay, that's a very good idea. In which case...
I'll actually buy the one on top of my deck.
Okay. Actually,
no,
it won't be that
I already...
Slopes of Amen, because that would have gotten discarded. Oh, there were no shadow effects.
There were no shadow effects.
So actually, it will be Overcome by Grief, because that one was discarded at the end of the round when I asked Athelest.
Okay, so I'll get Overcome by Grief as my card.
Right.
Which means that I will quest exactly 9 and explore the active location.
Yeah, that is the problem. I forgot to discard Slopes of Amen when I cleared it, and the problem with leaving the Black-Feathered Arrows out as a reminder for the Archery is that it's not in the right order in the discard pile. Which matters when you're playing Shadow of the Past.
Right. Also a clarification, I do not play the Shadow of the Past from the top of my deck, because I already got Daron's Runes from the top of my deck this phase.
Oh, so you can't have done that. Noted.
So, no, I played one from my hand.
Right. Okay, so you reveal. You're questing for
9.
3, 6, 9.
And then I get
okay.
Overcome by Grief.
Alright, there's your Overcome by Grief, which we'll just leave up in the staging area.
That'll be in
I
the
will quest
staging area.
for... Okay, so I will just intentionally fail the quest? Is that what you recommend?
Yes.
Okay. I will intentionally fail... Well, wait. I could quest for up to 4. Yes?
Seed of Seeing might get discarded in the cards from the discards from Seed of Amen.
No, I could quest for up to 3. Well, we have between us 2 Shadows of the Past.
I spent my resources for a Shadow of the Past already.
Okay then, noted. And that's... I won't quest then at all. And I will reveal... Oh, him. I can take an immediate attack. That's fine. 4 attack. I think now's the time to take Undefended.
Oh, crap.
So I raised my threat by 2. What?
There's no way to get that back.
No, there isn't.
Because he'll come and engage you.
Yes, he will.
And get another
deal
shot.
him a shadow card, and then I will play Shadow of the Past
Oh,
on
and
the top of
then...
the deck.
Right, okay. Gotcha.
Shadow of the Past is not restricted to a certain action window. So, I raised my threat by 2 for failing the quest, and nobody draws 2 cards and lowers their threat by 2. And I will optionally engage the hunter.
I will take the captain, and he will get a shadow.
Okay.
And he will get the first shadow, I believe.
Oh, yes.
Which might be Frodo's choice.
What happens if it is?
Then I go with Frodo.
Okay.
Which we don't want.
Okay. Well, then let's just leave the captain up there. That's
fine.
I
will leave him. Okay.
I will, however, asphalt off that wooded shoreline for you.
Oh, thank you. I will take 2 archery.
Lorefindel can take it if you want.
Okay. Let him have it.
Okay. And I could take it undefended, but I have a defender, so I will defend. It is Frodo's choice.
Yeah.
It is discarded, so I reveal it instead. When revealed, take control of the first player token and the ring bearer.
There's your token. And it's locked.
Okay. Attach Frodo's choice to the ring bearer until the end of the game. I cannot lose control of it. And, well, there goes all of our drawing cards and lowering threat, but that's fine.
And do we want to play Shadow of the Past right now?
Oh, yes, I do. Consider it played.
Okay.
And Seed of Seeing will now be coming out for me next round, I guess. Oh, wait,
Yep,
as soon as
and we're on
Frodo's
stage
choice
4.
happens, right, I advance to stage 4.
Yes. That's in the shadow, in the action window, after shadows are revealed before they resolve.
Okay.
Is when we play Shadow of the Past.
Oh, yes, that is the case. Does it matter?
Not really. Shadows aren't discarded until the
end
of
the round.
phase
So.
anyway. Right. Now, Sam, said Frodo, don't hinder me. The others will be coming back at any minute. If they catch me here, I shall have to argue and explain, and I shall never have the heart or the chance to get off. But I must go at once. It's the only way. Fellowship of the Ring.
So we shall add Parth Galen to the staging area. And it is not my quest phase, so I do not end the phase.
And you'll be revealing 3 encounter cards on your side.
Ooh, that will be fun.
But I can take your enemies by raising my threat by their threat.
Okay. And you can ready my heroes.
Yes, and I can ready your heroes.
And I will use Glorfindel to kill an Uruk-Hai hunter.
Okay.
And if I needed more attack, I had a couple points. But I didn't, because Glorfindel, actually, with Captain of Gondor, Glorfindel is now 7 attack.
All right, well, all of that just happened. Sorry, viewers, for not probably explaining any of that properly. But we were trying to give Frodo's choice to Onidson over here, and also make sure Seed of Seeing is revealed. And so we had to do some very careful selection of what to do with encounter cards using Shadow of the Past. And it worked. And the lock did not work, so I'll just pass this back to you.
Okay. And I finally drew an Elven Light, which I will discard to put a resource on Glorfindel, spend Arwen's resource to draw it back again, draw 2 cards with Barivor. Ha! All 3 of them were in a row. Because
almost at the bottom. Yep.
And,
anything else?
Does Rossiel want a burning brand?
She would love a burning brand.
Glorfindel will give a... Oh, I don't have another burning brand. Yeah, nope, that's where we're... Well, wait, watch this. I'm going to
Oh,
discard
wait, there's more.
2 copies of Elven Light and bring in the last copy of Elrond, because I can. Okay, and I will use him
Okay.
to heal Glorfindel, and I will use Master of the Forge to pull up... Ooh, Protector of Lorien. That's actually very good. And I will play Protector of Lorien onto Glorfindel, who now, finally, at long last, may have enough attachments.
Okay. I'm going to Wizard Pipe to swap a Booming Ent onto my deck. Use the staff to get me an extra resource, and pay for the Booming Ent, who will be exhausted.
Would you
That'll be
like
my
the
planning.
resource from the ring as well?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll give it to Glorfindel. No, I'll give it to Arwen. Alright, sorry about that. Back to your planning.
You're good. Quest phase, I will play Keen as Lances to lower my threat by 4.
Okay. Alright, questing. I will quest for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus Glorfindel's 5 is 15, 17 with the Rivendell Minstrel.
All right, we're going to want to quest pretty hard. As for me, I will send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
And I'll Asphalth away your wooded shoreline.
15. I will quest 15.
Okay. I Asphalothed away your wooded shoreline.
Thank you.
So, I'm doing 17 against 2, and you have 15 against 3?
Yes.
Okay. My reveal. Seed of Seeing.
Great.
I have 3, though. Reveal number 2 is Black Feathered Arrows. That's a lot of archery. That's... How much archery? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, that's only archery 5. I can handle that.
Just cancel it.
Oh, I guess I could. There's not really a worse treachery, is there?
No, Growing Thread is kind of obnoxious, but this is probably the worst at this point.
Okay, well, fine. I will. No, I want those resources to bring back the Elven Light. I can take 5 archery damage.
Okay.
I have Glorfindel the magic hit point sink, and card number 3 is the Slopes of Ammon Hen.
The Slopes of Ammon Hen. Okay.
And your card is an Uruk-Hai Hunter.
Is not an Uruk-Hai Hunter.
Did you just close the door on him?
I did just close the door on him. I love doing that. That's my favorite thing about this deck.
Alright, I will travel to the Seat of Seeing. Oh.
And I will clear River Anduin.
I should actually, do quest resolution first. I was questing for 17 against 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm making 11 progress. I'm going to discard 1 Elven Light, then spend both of Arwen's resources to bring them back. Drawing 2 cards in the process. And then discard them both to Protector of Lorien. To be clear, that first one was also discarded to Protector of Lorien, so I have boosted Glorfindel to 8 willpower, which means I make 14 progress.
Okay.
And now I will travel to the Seat of Seeing.
Cool. I will draw 2 cards from having quested successfully, and clear River Anduin.
Excellent.
And I will ready Thurindir.
All right.
During travel phase, I will play Keen as Lances for free to reduce my threat to 22.
Okay.
And during the encounter phase, I will engage this Hunter, deal him a shadow. Rossiel will defend, take 1 damage.
Oh,
That doesn't matter.
I will siphon that damage over to Glorfindel.
Oh, you're too kind.
And I will also take the 5 archery damage because I don't want to forget to do that.
Okay. And then the booming ant will take him down.
Okay. And Glorfindel would chip in with ranged because he wants to feel useful.
Okay. That's all for me, folks.
Ah, Galdor of the Havens, it is so nice to see you.
Almost forgot about him.
I know. I will draw 2 more cards with Barivor. Spend a resource to draw another card with Elven Light. Are you in need of resources from a magic ring?
It's always nice to see resources, but I don't particularly need them.
Okay. Do you have anything that you would like to get out at all, or not really?
I could do another Out of the Wilds with an extra resource.
Okay, let me think this through. Yeah, go ahead and take it.
Okay. I will put it on Thurindir and then spend all of his to Out of the Wild.
Okay.
Show me the top 5.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I'm tired of seeing black feathered arrows. So we're gonna get rid of that.
All right. And then shuffle these other 4 back in?
Yep. And then I will Gandalf staff to give Rossiel another resource to be prepared to shut multiple doors if necessary.
Okay.
Questing time.
I will. Ooh, I have Master of the Forge also. Is there an attachment? There is an attachment in the last 5 cards of my deck. There are 3 of them.
Oh, wow. Those Masters of the Forge have not been doing a whole ton. Maybe you shouldn't have left him behind at the waterfall.
I know, right? Maybe I'd have found Elven Light quicker. Unexpected Courage, Legacy Blade, or the Cloak of Lorien. I'm gonna go with Unexpected Courage. And then I'm going to do To the Sea, to ditch Light of Alinor, 1 copy of Galdor of the Havens, and my last Elven Light. To put my other Galdor of the Havens in for a single cost. And since I do not believe I've used Arwen to give a resource yet, I can't remember if I have or not, so
I'm not sure.
I'll just be safe and assume I haven't, or assume I have. So I'll just play that Athelas on too. Oh, Elrond should be gone too. I'll put that Athelas onto the healer. All
Okay.
right, and I will quest.
I'm gonna play Daron's Runes to clear my hand out.
Okay.
And I'll quest for 6.
What card are you discarding to? Oh, you don't discard it because you can't draw.
Right, it's a then.
Right. So you're questing for 6, you said?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm questing for 3, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm going to quest for 14 against 5. And my first 3 cards. First reveal is River Anduin.
I think I play this deck just for the utter joy of doing this.
Okay. You shut the door on the river. Second card is a Wooded Shoreline. And the final card, Orcs of the White Hand, which whiffs.
And for here?
And your card is an Uruk-Hai tracker.
Which surges?
Into growing threat.
Which surges?
Okay, and doomed 2, which I'll raise my threat.
Okay. Which surges, and I grab the captain.
Okay.
Or you'll have to grab the captain.
But it surges. Oh.
Into, that should not be there. Which surges?
Which surges into Orcs of the White Hand for you.
Which, oh, okay. Sounds good. I only got to close one door despite all that surging.
Okay.
That's disappointing. Okay. I passed the quest and ready Barivor, Arwen, and Frodo.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
And
So
here's
I
all your-
am questing for 14 against 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I make exactly 6 progress. So we can remove a burden.
Indeed. What are you thinking?
Our options, in fact, I'm just going to pull out the options here.
And I think that's everything.
I suppose that is. I guess there's Followed by Night and Ill Fate, but they're not actually in the campaign pool yet.
Right. So we'll have to take one of those regardless.
All right. Do any of these feel particularly onerous to you?
I think I'm opposed to objective burdens on matter of principle.
Okay.
Just because they're obnoxious to deal with, and but on the other hand, it hasn't ever been that bad because no one's really ever getting destroyed. And pursued by the enemy, between the doomed one surge and the immediate attacks, which can come at bad times, and additional attacks, has kind of been a nasty burden. The ring draws them has been helpful to us as many times as not. So I think we should leave that one.
Okay. So it's a choice between the objective burden. We are, however, going to be moving into the Aragorn quests, which will have far fewer, what shall we call it?
That's true.
We'll
Burdens.
likely be running a lot less condition removal, and, you know, Rohan and Gondor decks feel like chump blocking a lot more than our decks currently have.
That's true. So are we going to remove Overcome by Grief?
Let's see. Also, the ring draws them is about to go away for a long while, isn't it?
Right. We'll only have it in 5 more quests in the campaign. These will be in every single quest.
Okay. So, pursued by the enemy, I mean, that could be a backbreaker during, say, Blackgate opens.
Yes. Absolutely.
Of course, so could Overcome by Grief.
Although at the same time, we could just sacrifice that hero and then not have to worry about it. Take undefended attacks and that hero is dead anyway.
Okay.
So I think Pursued by the Enemy will probably give us more grief in Blackgate than Overcome by Grief.
You are probably right. So I guess that means we'll just have to keep bringing condition removal with us. We will remove Pursued by the Enemy from the game.
Okay, I've never done that before. I always remove the objective. But I think that is probably a good choice.
All right. I'm also, while I'm at it, I don't think I'm going to need the Will of the West, so I will discard it and an extra Master of the Forge, drawing a card with Galdor's response to put the last 2 progress on the ring bearer sets out.
Okay.
And I will travel to Parth Galen.
All right.
And I will fish out an enemy. And I will pull out an enemy with a nasty when revealed effect. And there we go. And I will use Asphaleth to put a couple progress on a wooded shoreline. Alright, so I guess I'll engage the hunter. Do you want to engage any enemies?
I can only take one, and I'll take the tracker because he has archery.
Alright.
I will gladly take that archery to put my ants up to 9 attack.
Okay. I have 2 archery from a wooded shoreline, which I will take on Glorfindel. I will deal out shadows. And I will block the hunter with Gildor. He gets +1 attack, and Gildor does not have fewer printed hit points. So, just 1 attack, and Glorfindel will siphon that off with Vigilant Guard.
Okay, and Ross the boss will defend without fear.
Alright. And Glorfindel will massacre the hunter.
And these 2 ents will just trot on the tracker.
Excellent. Alright, shall we move on to what will likely be the last turn of the game?
Let's do it. Well, in honor of Treebeard always being late, I feel obligated for this to happen once again for the 2nd quest in a row. Over to you.
I will use to the sea to discard Galdor and a Rivendell Minstrel drawing a card with Galdor's response. To spend 1 resource from Glorfindel's resource pool to put out a veteran sword elf. Spend 2 more to put on the Raiment of War. Oops. There we are. And she is now quite good at everything she does, but not in time to do anything. And I'll give Gandalf a Legacy Blade.
Oh, thank you.
And I will discard Athelas to give Arwen another resource. And no, I won't, actually. I actually won't do that. I will just spend Berevor's resource to give Rossiel a Cloak of Lorien. And I will Asphaleth away the wooded shoreline.
I love how all of these cards have just turned into verbs. The real thing.
Yep. Alright. And I will quest for 3, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
13.
16, 18? 18 against 3? I'm not sure if that'll be enough.
I'm going to match you exactly just because I can and do 18 against 3.
Okay, so I will reveal 3 cards. Number 1 is a tracker which surges.
Number 1.1
is another tracker which also surges.
Number 1.2. Actually, that is not going to be him.
Okay.
And I will raise my threat by 1 to engage one of these trackers.
Okay. So that was 2. No, that was 1 card.
That was 1 card.
Card number 2 is Black Feathered Arrows, and
I'm sorry, I can't cancel it this time.
I'll cancel it.
We're just shutting down this encounter deck. Card
And
number
the
3.
final card is another Slopes of Amenhen.
Okay.
And your card is a Wooded Shoreline.
Not bad.
So I'm going to make 11 progress, clearing Parth Galen, and winning the game.
All right.
Well,
I would have guided Frodo to Mordor and gone with him to the end. But if I seek him now in the wilderness, I must abandon the captives to torment and death. My heart speaks clearly at last. Fate of the bearer is in my hands no longer. The company has played its part. Yet, we that remain cannot forsake our companions while we have strength left. Come, we will go now. Leave all that can be spared behind. We will press on by day and dark. Aragorn, the Two Towers.
all right. Fallen into evil is not attached to a hero. And we must choose either Followed by Night or Ill Fate to be added to the campaign pool. The chosen burden card has been earned by the players. I'll still Ill Fate off of Rossio.
Okay.
And I believe Followed by Night is still in the encounter. It is not, actually. It's in the discard pile.
I think Ill Fate is by far the more lenient of the two options, especially since we're already keeping Overcome by Grief and just going with the strategy of don't kill allies.
Right. Or bring condition removal.
Yes.
Or both.
Or both of the above.
So yes, I think I will take Ill Fate. And we will add that one to the campaign pool.
And then we have one final choice. We have to each choose a hero that we control to be taken captive.
Oh boy.
And then our remaining heroes will attempt to hunt them down before sitting out.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm really actually not sure how I feel about this. Which is more important to the deck, Arwen or Barivor? I think Barivor. Maybe? No, you know, I'm going to pick Barivor as the captive. And I will just run a vastly slimmed down deck next time.
All right, well, I can't let a lady go alone, so Rossiel is going to join the party with her.
All right.
With her friends, the Dunedain.
All right then.
And the Beards will come and rescue her.
Oh, did we just... Well, no, they have Arwen with them. So...
Yeah, it's a little weird the way that they set up that quest, because you're not allowed to change heroes. So technically the ones that went with Frodo might be sticking around to help bail the captives out.
That really is kind of weird, but I think there's not much more you can do about it, is there?
No, and I think I'll probably be switching heroes anyway, so some heroes might inexplicably end up in weird places, but that's the joy of things.
That's campaign mode for you. All right.
Right.
Well,
This also... Or go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, just we'll do the formal closing and then talk about the future of our campaign, which you will discover when we present our new decks for next scenario, which will be vastly different than the ones you've seen thus far.
And thank you for watching. Tune in next time for the Uruk-Hai, the first quest out of the Treason of Saruman box, which is my personal favorite box, not necessarily because I enjoy the quests, but mostly because it gave me Spirit Theoden and Herogrim so I can run a Rohan.
Yeah, this Road Darkens has been my favorite box. I think the quests are very fantastically designed, and we got Gandalf. Who can argue with that?
True enough. All right. Tune in next week. Until then, happy questing.
We need a jingle.